et de 9 partants seulement au départ, dont un grand favori, le numéro 6 Exceller, qui rapportera en cas de victoire 1,40 franc. Il est monté par Yves Saint-Martin, qui renoue une association qui fut fructueuse avec son ancien entraîneur François Matet. Les chevaux, comme vous l'avez vu, sont partis. Qui va prendre le commandement? Eh bien, le représentant de M. Hadès, c'est-à-dire Caron. Mais on mène sans grande conviction. En tête, donc, pour passer devant les tribunes, Caron, et puis le Vantôme, et puis à gauche sur votre écran, cette casaque verte, c'est Tidja. Et Exceller, le favori, est en 5e position. En dernière position, c'est Yullog. 3100 mètres, telle est la distance du Grand Prix depuis quelques années. L'allure s'est accélérée, comme vous pouvez vous en rendre compte, sous la conduite de Caron. Caron, le Vantôme, pas de changement en tête, mais par contre en queue. D'ailleurs, il est attardé, vous ne le voyez pas sur votre écran, c'est Yullog. Nous passons maintenant devant le moulin de Longchamp, qui rappelle beaucoup de souvenirs, bien sûr. Je dois dire que dans cette épreuve, dans ce Grand Prix de Paris, nous avons la visite, à défaut de Sa Majesté la Reine d'Angleterre, de son représentant Valuation. Valuation qui est coté à 11 contre 1. Nous allons entamer la ligne d'en face, toujours sous la conduite de Caron. En seconde position, la Vantôme. En troisième position, c'est Tidja et puis Freinet. Et puis Valuation, le poulain de la Reine. Viennent ensuite Exceller, Blue Marlin. Et le second favori de la course, Secretman, coté à 6,5 et monté par Philippe Paquet. Les chevaux maintenant sont en plein effort dans la montée. Ils vont disparaître dans quelques instants, ce qui me permettra de vous rappeler qu'il y a une demi-heure environ, la course du tiercé a été enlevée par le numéro 1 Zamp devant le 8 Balikézir et après photo, le 17 Montesquieu prenait la 3e place devant le 3 Crackle et le 13 Tepatitlan. A8-17 pour le tiercé, mais revenons aux événements classiques de ce jour, c'est-à-dire au Grand Prix, toujours en tête Caron. Caron suivi par le Vantôme et par Freinet. Voyons la position d'Exceller, il n'a pas bougé, il est toujours en 4e ou 5e position. La casaque verte de Idja 5e et le poulain de la Reine, Valuation, qui fait partie de ce petit groupe de tête derrière le leader Caron. Nous sommes maintenant dans la descente, l'allure s'est très sensiblement accentuée. En tête donc Caron qui est suivi par le Vantôme. À l'extérieur on aperçoit Idja Freinet. Et puis Valuation et Exceller qui est avec Secretman. Il y a 2 favoris dans cette course, Exceller et Secretman. Ils donnent actuellement l'impression de se surveiller. Nous arrivons au bas de la descente, c'est le dernier tournant. Blue Marlin tente de se rapprocher à l'extérieur. C'est le dernier tournant avec toujours Caron en tête, accompagné par le Vantôme. Cherchons le favori se prépare à attaquer, semble-t-il, ainsi d'ailleurs que Secretman. Par contre, Valuation, le poulain de la Reine, a disparu en tête à l'entrée de la ligne droite, c'est Caron. Et voici maintenant Exceller qui a trouvé un excellent passage qui vient à la hauteur de Caron, qui prend l'avantage et qui semble se détacher, mais il n'est pas seul. Secretman se lance à sa poursuite à 100 mètres du poteau. Exceller ne donne pas l'impression de pouvoir être battu. Yves Saint-Martin l'étend. Et il s'envole, semble-t-il, vers une victoire. Oui, bien sûr, une victoire certaine. 3-4 longueur. Secretman sera second et Caron, le brave Caron, conservera la 3e place très courageusement après avoir mené. Ce qui nous donne l'arrivée. Premier Exceller, le favori. 2e Secretman, le second favori. Et 3e Caron, outsider à 20 contre 1. Je rappelle la cote du gagnant, environ 1,50 franc pour 1 franc. Eh bien, si ma mémoire est exacte, c'est la 3e victoire d'Yves Saint-Martin dans le Grand Prix de Paris qu'il avait déjà remporté avec Reliance et Réfic. Et ce doit être, je vérifierai mes statistiques, la 7e victoire pour l'entraîneur François Matet dans cette épreuve. Un Grand Prix de Paris, malheureusement, dépourvu de partants, il n'était que 9, je vous le rappelle, mais quoi qu'il en soit, le sacre d'un très bon poulain, Exceller, qui appartient à monsieur Nelson Bunker Hunt, qui truste les derbies et les grands prix cette saison. L'entraîneur est François Matet, le jockey est Yves Saint-Martin. Premier Exceller, 2e Secretman, 3e Caron. C'est l'arrivée de ce Grand Prix de Paris.
Nelson Bunker Hunt's Exceller was a well-traveled horse by the time he arrived in the United States at the end of his 4-year-old campaign. By then, he already had won Group 1 stakes in France and England and the Grade 1 Canadian International Championship. But his 5-year-old campaign in the U.S. was to be his best season.
And there they go.
Exceller went postward as a slight favorite over Bowl Game in the 1978 edition of the Hollywood Invitational. As long shots double discount and effervescing sprinted to the early lead, Bill Shoemaker took Exceller back to last in the field of 12. The shoe had moved Exceller up to 9th with a half-mile to run, and Exceller was rolling on the outside.
There goes Exceller, moving up strongly on the outside. A full game and no turning. Going into the far turn, it's effervescing in front. By a head, Noble Dancer is second. By 1 length, Exceller third. Moving up on the outside, Dupine is fourth. Bull Game fifth, moving strongly on the extreme outside. And Gallivanter turning for home. It's Noble Dancer in front. By a head, Exceller is second.
But Exceller on the outside had the lead heading into the stretch and drew off to win by 2.5 lengths. Bull Game overtook Noble Dancer to finish second. Exceller, who carried high weight of 127 pounds, covered the final quarter mile in 24 and 2. His final time of 2:25.4 was just 1/5 off the existing course record. This triumph, one of 7 graded stakes victories during 1978 for Exceller. During the fall of that year, Exceller made history by becoming the only horse to defeat 2 Triple Crown winners in the same race, when he beat millionaire Seattle Slew and Affirmed in the Grade 1 Jockey Club Gold Cup. However, when the Eclipse Awards were decided at the end of the year, Seattle Slew was voted champion older horse, and Affirmed was selected Horse of the Year for the 2nd straight year. Exceller didn't even win the Eclipse Award as champion grass horse. That honor went to Mac Diarmida. Exceller, who is a half-brother to last year's champion 2-year-old colt Capote, retired to stud at Gainesway Farm in Kentucky with earnings of $1,650,000.
It's now post time. All in the starting gate. The flag is up. Standing in good order while we wait for a start. And they're off. It's Freezing breaks sharply for the lead on the outside. Seattle Slew, however, now goes on to take it. It is Seattle Slew who moves out by 2. It's Freezing second by a half length. Then Wise Phillip and Exceller are alongside him, and the trailer is Great Contractor as they move on the turn for the backstretch. Moving to the backstretch, Seattle Slew has just 1 length. It's Freezing is second by a head. Exceller is very close in third. On the outside and challenging second. They went the first quarter in 24 and 4, but there's a battle up front. Seattle Slew has it by 3/4 of a length. Exceller into second by a length and a half. It's Freezing is third by 4. Wise Phillip, then finally Great Contractor. As they continue down the backstretch, the pace picked up. They went a half in 47 and 3. And that's why Seattle Slew now increases the lead to a length and a half. But Exceller is stalking the pace with Shoemaker just behind him. Then another length and a half to It's Freezing in third. 3 lengths further back, Wise Phillip, and the final horse is still Great Contractor. They're moving on the turn. Have the 3/4 now in 10 and 4 as the pace continues to pick up. Seattle Slew by 2.5. Exceller second by a length and a half. It's Freezing in third by 2.5. Wise Phillip and finally Great Contractor, but they've still got Seattle Slew to catch as they come to the head of the stretch. The head of the stretch, it's the Slew by 2. Then Exceller in second by 3.5. It's Freezing, Wise Phillip, and Great Contractor. In the stretch, Seattle Slew trying to hold on to a 3-length lead. Exceller drives to the inside, holding second by 6. Great Contractor is picking up some ground, but they've still got the Slew in front. He has 3 as they come to the wire.
It is Seattle Slew, Affirmed, and Exceller in one of the greatest events in sporting history. Sit forward and hang on to your seats and let the late Chick Anderson describe this barn burner.
And they're off for the lead. Seattle Slew along the inside, then Affirmed on the outside. It's Life's Hope. Those 3 go out on the pace together. Then it's a gap of 6 lengths back, 1 cut above, followed by Exceller, and finally Great Contractor. They move into the term, a 3-horse team. Seattle Slew along the rail, affirmed on the outside second, and Life's Hope on the extreme outside is third as they move right together on the turn. Then it's a gap of 14 lengths back to 1 cut above, another 6 lengths to Exceller, and the trailer is Great Contractor. They whip through that first quarter in 22 and 3. They move still as a team to the back stretch. Seattle Slew along the rail, affirmed on the outside, and Life's Hope further out in third. Those 3 are really blazing down the back stretch. Then it's a gap of 20 lengths to 1 cut above. Exceller now moves up to take over that spot. Then the trailer is still Great Contractor. They went a half in 45 and 1. The pace is very fast. Down the backstretch, it's Seattle Slew now 1 length. Affirmed to second by 2, and Life's Hope has now dropped back into third. Then there's a gap of 12 lengths to Exceller, followed by 1 cut above, and finally Great Contractor. 3/4 of a mile went in a very unbelievable 109 and 2. On the turn, still Slew, and he's got it 2 1/2. Affirmed is picking up a bit of ground on the turn. Then it's a gap of 5, and here comes Exceller. He's got it in gear, and he's flying now at the leaders. Further back, 1 cut above. They come for the head of a stretch. Slew still 2 1/2. Here comes Exceller to the inside. Shoemaker makes his move at Seattle Slew. It is Seattle Slew, Exceller along the inside. Those 2 heads apart, but it's Exceller who has a head in front at the head of a stretch. They went 1 1/4 in 2:01 and 4, and they're battling it out. Still Slew hanging in there. Exceller has the inside. It's Exceller along the inside. Seattle Slew on the outside. This is a real battle onto the wire, but Exceller gets a narrow lead as they pass the 16th pole. Seattle Slew coming back again.
With a fantastic